Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. Patrick here, and moving on to the next example. We got to solve this equation here. 3x squared plus 2x over 5 is equal to 4 over 15. So notice that this is a quadratic equation. Now, different ways you could do this. So you can treat bring this over, right? So we would have equals 0. So you could treat like the a value to be 3, the b value to be 2 over 5, and then the c value to be negative 4 over 15. So that's one way to do it. You could just plug that into the quadratic formula and then get your values. Another thing you could do if you don't want to deal with fractions, which is usually what I default to, you could multiply everything by the lowest common denominator on the left side and the right side. Right, so we could have done that initially as well. So the lowest common denominator between 5, and 15 is 15, right? So I'd multiply this by 15, multiply this by 15, multiply this by 15, and then I got to multiply the right side by 15. But 15 times 0 is just going to be 0. 15 times 3 over 1 is 45, so that'd be 45x squared plus 15 divided by 5 is 3, times 2 is 6, minus the 15's cancel out, so we got minus 4, like that. Okay, and then this over here, I don't think that this is going to factor smoothly, and even so, we're dealing with fairly large numbers here, right? So 45 times negative 4 is negative 180. Finding two numbers that multiply to negative 180 add up to 6. I don't think that there's going to be any integers, so you would have to plug this in the quadratic formula, which is negative b, so negative 6 plus or minus b squared, so 6 squared minus 4 times 45 times the c value of negative 4, so be careful with your signs here, over 2 times the a value, which is 45. Like that. And then when you do the algebra here under the square root, you would get this root 756. And then I'm going to do this two ways. I'm going to simplify this here in case your prof wants this in exact values. You could also get the decimals if that's all they want. So negative 6 plus root 756 divided by 90, that would give us 0.24. And then if you do negative 6 minus root 756 divided by 90, that would give us negative 0.37, like that, if we round to 2 decimal places. However, if they want you to simplify this with exact values, right, if that's what they require, we got to see, does the root 756 simplify this radical here? And I think it does. We could divide it by 4. We could also divide it by 36, which is a rootable number. So we could say root 36, root 21, like that, right? 756 divided by 36 is 21, and so that would be 6 root 21, right? So the square root of 756 and 6 root 21, these are the same thing. Like that, right? So whichever way you simplify it, or if you wanted to do it in a couple of steps, so first divide it by 4, and then whatever radical is there, simplify that further. Your final simplified radical should be 6 root 21, like that. Okay, and then root 21, we can't simplify that any further, right? Can't divide that by 4, can't divide that by 9 or 16 or any rootable number. Okay, so over here we would have negative 6 plus or minus 6 root 21 over 90, and then notice that we can factor out a 6 at the top. So that'd be negative 1 plus or minus root 21 over 90, and then I'm going to continue that over here. Just running out of room here. And then 6 divided by 90, that's 15. So we got negative 1 plus or minus root 21 over 90 divided by 6 is what? It is 15, right? Like that? Yeah, so that would be the simplified solution right there. Negative 1 plus or minus root 21 divided by 15, and then these would be the decimals that you would get. And if you split it up into two separate terms, it'd be like -1 plus root 21 over 15, or we could say -1 minus root 21 over 15. All right, so it depends on what your prof wants. If they don't want these simplified exact values here, then maybe this was overkill for you, and then at this point you could just get the decimals. These are the solutions, but if they do want it, that's what it's going to simplify to. And that's a wrap for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you want to see more videos like this, please go to my website, allthingsmathematics.com. Over there, all of the videos are organized by chapter, by section. If you feel like you need tutoring at any point, you could also hit me up. My contact details are on the website. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.